What if I told you an anime exists where aliens, ghosts, curses, and psychic showdowns all collide in one story and it somehow works perfectly? Welcome to the chaotic, hilarious, and absolutely wild world of DanDaDan. DanDaDan is a supernatural action comedy that refuses to sit still. Created by Yukinobu Tatsu, a former assistant to Chainsaw Man's Tatsuki Fujimoto, this series delivers non-stop energy, weirdly touching moments, and some of the most outrageous encounters in modern anime. The story centers around Momo Ayase, a girl who believes in ghosts but not aliens, and Okarun, a boy who believes in aliens but not ghosts. The result? A bet that leads to one of the most insane first episodes you'll ever watch. So what happens when Momo visits an alien hotspot and Okarun checks out a haunted tunnel? Let's just say they both get proven wrong violently. Momo gets abducted by aliens, and Okarun gets cursed by a perverted ghost known as Turbo Granny. And this is literally just the beginning. The show quickly turns into a Monster of Duik-style story packed with unpredictable showdowns. Momo gains psychic powers fueled by her spiritual lineage, while Okarun, now bound to Turbo Granny's curse, transforms into a high-speed energy being when he's emotionally pushed. Together, they make an unlikely but powerful duo, facing down threats that range from grotesque yokai to grotesquely horny aliens. Their friendship grows with every battle, evolving into a budding romance laced with awkward teen energy and real emotional stakes. At school, they struggle to keep their secret lives under wraps, while also dealing with bullies, homework, and nosy classmates. Outside of school, they're saving the city from getting obliterated by supernatural threats no one else even sees. We also get deeper insight into MMO's family history through Grandma Seiko, a retired spirit medium who turns out to be one of the strongest characters in the series. Her calm, confidence, and ridiculous power make her a fan favorite. Meanwhile, Era Shiratori enters the story as a rival psychic with a huge chip on her shoulder, creating tension and dynamic fight sequences that raise the stakes. Every episode feels like a genre mashup: horror, comedy, romance, and full-on action spectacle. And somehow, it works. The writing balances humor and heart without ever losing its high-energy pulse, and the pacing, absolutely relentless in the best way possible. Studio Science Saru's animation elevates everything, combining traditional 2D animation with wild camera angles, slick effects, and expressive facial animation that matches the manga's chaotic vibe. Whether it's a fight scene or a quiet moment between characters, the style always fits the tone. As the episodes progress, we get more insight into the hidden forces behind the bizarre events happening around Momo and Okarun. There are shadowy entities manipulating events from behind the scenes, mysterious spiritual artifacts that act as keys to deeper realms, and ancient curses that tie generations of psychics and spirits together. The story doesn't just grow outward, it deepens, revealing more emotional layers, character flaws, and unexpected connections. We also witness Okarun's inner struggle as he grapples with the darker instincts that come with Turbo Granny's power. It's not just about punching monsters. He has to learn how to maintain his identity, his humanity, and his growing feelings for Momo, all while facing threats that would break most people in a heartbeat. Momo, meanwhile, learns that her powers are tied not just to spiritual energy, but to her emotions, leading to some of the most emotionally charged battles in the series. From school festivals that turn into exorcism battlegrounds, to casual walks that spiral into interdimensional chases, DanDaDan keeps its momentum by never letting the audience or the characters get too comfortable. Every quiet moment is just a countdown to the next explosion of chaos. The supporting cast also shines, with side characters getting entire arcs that flesh out the world and raise the emotional stakes. No one is wasted, and every new development builds towards something bigger. All of this is wrapped in tight, snappy direction that makes even dialogue-heavy scenes engaging. Comedy is timed with surgical precision, and tonal shifts, whether toward horror or heartfelt emotion, are executed flawlessly. It's a show that knows exactly what it wants to be, and that confidence radiates through every frame. As the story ramps up, the threats get bigger, the stakes get higher, and the powers go absolutely wild. New villains show up with terrifying curses, and every battle feels like a mini-boss fight from a high-energy video game. Momo's psychic strength evolves dramatically, pushing her abilities into entirely new territory. while Okarun faces the darker side of his curse and learns to harness it without losing himself. Emotional climaxes come not only from the epic fights, but from heartfelt confrontations, Momo questioning her role in this war, Okarun confronting his insecurities, and new allies revealing tragic backstories that tie directly into the overarching threat. The group dynamic intensifies as each character must face their fears, including inner demons, fractured trust, and unresolved trauma. In one particularly intense arc, the team faces a cursed object that distorts time and memory, forcing Momo and Okarun to relive key moments from their past. What begins as a supernatural puzzle turns into an emotional crucible, testing their mental limits and the strength of their bond. These challenges are no longer just physical, they're deeply psychological. With the lines between the real world and supernatural realms starting to blur, each confrontation now carries the potential to reshape reality itself. The story isn't just escalating, it's evolving, twisting into something mythic and uncharted. And yet, it never loses its core. A found family story full of flawed, lovable weirdos trying to survive something far bigger than themselves. Later arcs tease the rise of an even greater enemy, an ancient force tied to the origin of spiritual energy itself. This antagonist isn't just powerful, they challenge the very structure of the supernatural world. And as the group edges closer to this threat, their powers evolve rapidly, fusing alien technology with psychic potential in ways no one expected. Training sequences get more intense, and relationships are tested under pressure. Side characters like Era and Seiko take on more crucial roles, and even minor characters start playing parts in a much larger supernatural game. What started as a simple ghost versus alien rivalry becomes a war over reality itself. Every member of the team is pushed to their breaking point, and either they grow stronger or get swallowed by the chaos. DanDaDan is an anime that embraces chaos, celebrates weirdness, and somehow makes you care deeply about a boy cursed by a horny ghost. It's funny, heartfelt, and absolutely unhinged in the best way. DanDadan is an anime that embraces chaos, celebrates weirdness, and somehow makes you care deeply about a boy cursed by a horny ghost. But beyond the wild visuals and off-the-wall premise, it's a show with heart. The relationships feel real, the emotional stakes hit hard, and the world-building invites you to dive deeper with every episode. It's a rare series that can make you laugh out loud, get chills from horror scenes, and maybe even tear up during a quiet character moment, all in the same episode. Whether you're in it for the absurd fights, the budding romance, or the blend of sci-fi and supernatural, DanDaDan delivers something truly unique. It's unpredictable in the best way and shows no signs of slowing down. As more volumes get adapted and the lore unfolds, fans can expect even more chaos, charm, and cosmic-level weirdness. Here are 4 highlights within the anime that makes this anime so great. Number 1. The first fight between Okarun and Turbo Granny is pure madness, complete with body horror and slapstick. Number 2. MMO's psychic awakening is both emotional and explosive, a turning point that sets the tone for her arc. Number 3. Grandma Seiko showing up and casually wrecking a demon. Iconic. Number 4. The romance subplot between Momo and Okarun adds just enough sweetness to balance the chaos. Which team are you, aliens or ghosts? And what's your favorite insane moment from DanDaDan so far? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this recap, hit like, smash that subscribe button, and drop your favorite DanDaDan moment in the comments. More anime chaos is just one click away.